Ciao guys, how are you? Guess what? We're gonna listen to 30 by Adele together and we're gonna see what we think about the album. We're ready and let's go.
Cemetery of my heart.
Dark.
Anniversary, I'll pay respects and it's like to be heard.
Ooh.
In everything, a little bit more.
So the first thing I want to say about these two verses, I like the fact that we have two verses and not verse chorus. I mean, the structure is slightly different from a pop song. But a thing that I forgot to say earlier is that I expect this album not to be pop, even in the structures of the song, but way more blues and jazzy. Lyric-wise, these first two verses were really funny and a little bit of a turning point for her because she always started with a sad song. This one, it feels like a chill one. I have to say that I expected something more, maybe a layer more in the production after the first verse. I'm not complaining. Ooh, this line is definitely the line where everything revolves around. Would I ever get there? Oh, I hope that someday I'll learn to nurture what I've done. Considering that this track starts with I'll be taking flowers to the cemetery of my heart for all my lovers, in the present and in the dark. It's a pretty interesting choice. This first track definitely felt like an intro to this album for the structure, as I said before. We only have one chorus that is not really a chorus. We have a bridge that is a reflection on what she will be doing from here. And there's the last part, the outro, that is a humming part. I felt like that part is the only part that is not really produced vocally. It's a little bit rough and interesting for that choice. I also felt like this production wanted to take a step further with the contamination, but stayed classic and simple. I wonder if we will have something more fun, you know? Next song is Easy on Me. We already reacted to that song and to the music video, so if you wanna know my thoughts on that song, watch that specific video, or if you don't.
My little love, I see your eye to be here, Sin City. I know you're free.
I'm maybe invisalign.
Oh, so
I
sweet.
don't recognize me.
Why? You laugh at me.
Why'd you feel like that? Mama's got a lot to learn. I feel a bit confused.
Why? I don't know.
You lay on me, can you hear the way my heart breaks? You're half me and you're half them.
I want to stop here because I want to analyze what we have been listening to the past almost 4 minutes, because this song is 6 minutes long. I feel like we all know what this song is about, so you don't need me to explain or to tell you what I think this song is about. Otherwise, you would think that I think that you're stupid, but I know you're not. So, this song is a very heartfelt one. I like the fact that it has dialogues between her and her son, and that is what makes the song more real to me, you know? I listened to the past Ed Sheeran's album and I felt like the songs that he dedicated to his baby were great songs, but way too cheesy for me. This song, it felt like he's real. I mean, she's talking about specific things. She's being real with her son. I think that not a lot of parents do, especially when a kid is young. but this shows the bond that she has with her son, and the fact that she wants her son to know everything that happened with her ex-husband. Is definitely not a song that, again, you will listen to in the car. It's not something that you can relate to easily if you don't have a child and if you're not in that specific situation. And I feel like this song is not really a song, but is rather a letter that she's writing to her son and maybe also her husband. Production wise is a chill song. A thing that I forgot to say before is that I feel for these first two songs that we're going backwards production wise and sonically is not really the Adele that we have been knowing for the past years. It feels like the Adele that we knew when she dropped 19.
I'm having a bad day. I'm having a very anxious day over, which never helps, but
Never.
to keep my mind off of it, and I feel like today I'm home and
There was a long ass outro, but really interesting and uplifting in a way. The last thing I want to say about this track, I really love the outro, I really love the authenticity of it, and the fact that she wanted to put a thing that was so personal. I don't know that conversation or where it took place or with whom. I mean, she said in an interview that this one was their most personal album. And you know, it's a thing that a lot of artists tend to say nowadays to sell albums. But this might really be it because it was there and it was personal.
when I walk in a room, I'm days ago, I feel like a ghost. Tired of myself, I swear I'm dead in the eyes. I have nothing to feel, no.
Change a bit, right?
I would rather stay in nothing left to say. My skin's paper than I can't stop wondering now.
I was expecting a song like this because I feel like this is just a step back, you know, as I was saying before. I also believe that this is the most upbeat that we're gonna be and experience in this album. But there's something, I mean, about this track that it fell off. I feel like the verses were meant to be the chorus and the chorus was meant to be the verse. I don't know if you feel me. I felt like the chorus was undercover, just a shy one, you know? Lyric-wise, it's just a continuation of the previous song. The previous song was really heartfelt and sad. And this one is a reflection on that sadness and what that sadness can do to you and how can you react to that sadness. I felt like I was in a jazz bar. Not a big fan of this song. And that's it. Mariah, is that you?
Too much time to spare. Better make time for love. I won't lie. It's what keeps me coming back. Oh my God, I can't believe I love all the people in my mind. 'Cause it's trouble, but it feels right deep and on the edge.
The intro and the little melody, it was different, and I said 5 minutes ago that I wasn't expecting anything happier than what we listened to in the previous track, but I was wrong. Thank you, Adele, for telling me and reminding me that I'm nothing. But I wasn't expecting this song at all.
I'm a fool, but they all think I'm blind. But I want to have fun. Yeah. But it feels right deep and on the edge of heaven and hell. It's
So we had our little party time with Adele. The last thing I want to say, I'm not really a big fan of the bridge. I didn't really feel it. But this song is upbeat, is interesting, is a song that you could definitely dance to if you want to and if you want to have a good time. I mean, I felt that. What?
Hey, if I can make your heart my home, I can pound like thunder, and your love, I will keep the melody, the rhythm, your right now.
What?
Can I get it right and get it?
Okay. I'm not a really big fan on the whistling and stuff in songs because that sound makes songs way more popular. First of all, the intro, the acoustic guitar in this song, it felt strange to me at first because for the past songs we are used to piano or strings or stuff like that. Not the previous one, but all of the rest. I didn't expect the chorus to be like this. It felt like a little Ed Sheeran kind of chorus.
Because I
I like this water that they screaming in the back.
So can I get it right now?
It feels like an Ed Sheeran song. I really love the outro. So I was watching the credits and I'm seeing now that Max Martin Shellback wrote this song with her, so I get why. It's just like that. This song was fun, sassy, and it expresses the urge for her to find a new relationship.
How can one become so bounded by choices that somebody ever was a child? Every single thing could blow my mind. Yet I don't know anybody who's truly sad. Trying to be, 'cause I need some substance in my life. Be somebody else. I know how low I can go. I give as good as I over myself.
Yeah.
Stop trying. With the higher we climb.
Take me to church. This song was 6 minutes long and I didn't feel a single minute of it. And that's how you know when a song is good. You know, we're going back to 21 production-wise and musically. The voice production was there, all the choirs in the background, the gospel elements in it, and we still having those outros where she talks about her personal life. She keep mentioning this big storm, so I'm wondering what happened between these two. At the end of the day, you know, I don't really care. I'm a curious person. I would like to know, but I don't really care because as long as the music is good, as long as she has something to say in her songs, as long as we feel something in her songs. I mean, the first verse of this song was really a global one, you know? It's something that I think all of us felt at some point, and all of us think. And we all hope to get over ourselves, to not take ourselves too seriously, to be through stuff, but not let those specific things affect us. We are all trying not to be somebody else, but be our authentic selves. But also the second verse here where she talks about when she says why I'm obsessing about the things I can't control because you're a control freak. And I'm like you, so I feel every little things, if a thing goes wrong, I feel responsible for it, even though I didn't do that specific thing. But it's just in our nature. Sometimes we have to get over ourselves to start living really and fully. If she's talking, is this sort of an interlude?
I'm just excited to get home.
Same.
It's all happening so easily. Dream next to you. All night long. The sight of you is dramatic. One glimpse and I panic. All night long.
You know what is interesting about this track that to me is an interlude, and I believe that is an interlude, is the fact that we have some influences that are not really present, but you can feel them, just like an hip-hop kind of influence and a jazzy one. And I like the fact that the vocal production is poppier, so we have all of this in one single track that is 2 minutes long. And I mean, lyric-wise, this song is about falling for someone new. It was refreshing, different, and I don't know, maybe it connects the previous song with the next one. I don't know.
And I'm in this way. Don't think you quite understand why I feel so insecure. I beg you to let me.
Okay.
To ever keep a woman like me. If you refuse to activate the light that you shun, it's not my rejection.
True that.
So what my heart can really do. Now some other man, complacency.
This song was a really street back one. It felt like a song that they recorded live, especially for the outro. I Wanna Like Me One More Time, when she says that, is fun, and it shows the importance of the message that this song carries. It's a song where she talks with a hypothetical person. All the things she's saying is something that she learned throughout the years. This song carries a very important message. That's why it's not really vibey for me, but it's the message that is important in this one. This song I remember.
Have I not learned anything? Myself with no chance to eat. Just such a mess. The harder that I try. Oh, the time be patient.
Yes. It's like for the previous song, I feel like this one is just a conversation that she has with herself. I'm reading right now that in an interview she said that this song contains a lot of the things that her friends told her when she got out of the relationship that she had. So it's just a reflection on that, and on the fact that love will eventually come, and the fact that even though you think, this is my opinion, but when you think that you're not really learned the lesson is when you really do. So the fact that she's saying this to herself shows how mature she is, and is a thing that she has shown in this project. It's just a reflection on that. And the most interesting part that I don't know if you guys know, but I just read it, is that the last part of the outro, the choirs in the background, those are her real friends singing to her, just hold on. So the fact that she wanted to have them in a track shows how real this process is, because at the end of the day, this is a process of healing.
I was so young. It's a bad time that I face my
This first verse, it shows how mature she is, and the fact that she knows that she was young when she got married, and now she's lost as she was when she decided to get married. is a full circle, you know, but I believe that she knows that she learned a lot of things. And the fact that she's saying, I know it's time for me to face myself, is just a common mistake a lot of us do when we're not good with ourselves. Find somebody else to portray or project our fears and our insecurities into somebody else. So at the end of the day, when you start a relationship feel like this and you end that relationship, you still feel like that, because the process of healing and the process of facing yourself is not quite done. So you have to be sure and you have to know who you are and what you want, and you have to face your problems before starting something with somebody else. So I think that this is a lessons that we can all learn.
Catch myself this time. Safe till the time feels right. Can't live without. Let it be known that I need to you. Let it be known.
She gave her heart to this track. I mean, vocals, everything, her soul, her heart. I really felt this song, and this is one of my favorites. I really love those transitions from chorus to the bridge and from the bridge to the last chorus. That was amazing, amazing.
All your expectations that I'm not easy to hold. My heart speaks in puzzle and code. What a cruel thing to self-inflict, to blame. Love can't keep me safe, and I'm fooling.
You know, it's strange because I just realized with this last track how love-centered this entire project is. I mean, all of her projects were like that, but this one, to close this last track, saying, I mean, I love me like I love him, I'm ready to love again. It's just like she ended this chapter knowing who she really is. You know, all those insecurities, all the fact that she doubted about herself and who she was when she ended the marriage that she had and that she's been talking in this entire project. It's interesting the fact that we felt all the stages of insecurities, of fear, of abandon, of love, of pain with her throughout these project. And I like the fact that she decided to close this album with a positive note. We could still feel the pain in her voice, but this one was definitely a positive closure. And I feel like this one might be her most personal, really, as she said. I know we laughed about it before, but she really said that, and I really believe that this is the most personal that she's been so far. Not that in her previous projects she wasn't. It felt like a diary, you know? So, we're done. Let me know, you guys, what you think about this album. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you pretty soon. Yeah.